It's another day here at the Zipporra Studios when I personally give you my commentaries and opinions about things that I see on the internet. Because seriously, who doesn't do that? Am I the asshole for telling my sister in law their choice of baby name is effing ridiculous? This will be a short one. Sister in law choosing to name her daughter America Dream. At first, I thought it was a joke, so I laughed. She's dead serious. I told her that it is a freaking ridiculous name. They are setting up their daughter for failure. My brother pulled me aside and said I was overreacting. My sister-in-law and brother want me to apologize. I told them I would not apologize for stating a fact. That name is ridiculous. She said sister-in-law does plan on it being a double name just like hers, goes by her first and middle name. She plans to do the same for her daughter. It was just America, I could see that. If it was just Dream, I could see that. The combo together, especially with the intent to use it as a double name, is what makes it ridiculous to me, in my opinion. So this is my opinion about it. I agree. It's a freaking ridiculous name. American Dream. Can you imagine American Dream? That's your name. I mean, can you especially look at Kim Kardashian's daughter, like Northwest. I mean, we're used to it now. We're pretty much used to it now, but still at that time we were just like, what the hell? Why would you name your kid Northwest? But this is kind of more ridiculous than that one. American Dream. I would have preferred Dream, to be honest, rather than America. But to each their own. But putting them together as one name, exactly like this original poster is like saying you're setting them up for failure, which is actually true. Regardless of how many times we try to stop bullying in schools and in kids, it will happen. It will. Regardless, it's not gonna go away. Let's just accept that. And this kid is gonna be bullied for having that name. And you don't want that. You're setting them up for failure. You're setting them up to be bullied and made fun of. Why would you do that? There are other unique names out there that you could have chosen for this kid, but you chose something that would put them in a situation that they will be made fun of, especially when they're older. Why? I really want to ask why the sister-in-law chose American Dream as a name. But anyways, let's head on over to the comments. They should call it Amy, same as my pet hamster. Yeah. Not the asshole. Children aren't pets. You don't just pull a name out of a hat. Exactly. You have to think about it. Sometimes you even have to look at the baby first and make sure that the name actually suits them. Right? I know some parents actually do that. They already have a baby name in mind, and then suddenly they see their baby once it's born, and then they change their minds because they're like, oh, it doesn't look like a Steve. Right? So they have to live with that name for at least 18 years, which is 18 years of bullying, harassment, and more. I've seen people who do hiring says it's huge disadvantage to have a name like that. If it's down to two perfectly identical candidates except for names, they'll pick the easy name. This one is saying about hiring people. The worst I've heard is number 16 bus shelter. There are actually people who actually name their kids like that. Their child is going to get bullied and by kids named ABCD. Not the asshole. That's what you name a horse running the Kentucky Derby, not a child. Exactly. This is not an animal. This child is going to be aware of their surroundings, will be made fun of. Why would you put them into that situation? My uncle wanted to name his firstborn Squirtle. Squirtle. His firstborn ended up being a girl. He still wanted to name her Squirtle. Luckily, her mother had common sense and shut that right down, so my cousin has a normal, relatively common girl's name instead. Why would you name your child Squirtle? And imagine if it was even a girl, not to be sexual or anything. Naming a girl Squirtle. Just try to imagine that. Some parents really should not be parents at all. Because, like, if you have already failed to be a responsible parent at the beginning by choosing a name for your child, can you even be a responsible parent at all? Right? Parents who name their children things without thinking about the child's future at all are selfish in that regard. You shouldn't name them super weird things, as it is not fair for them. If her child ends up wanting to change their name in the future, I would not be surprised. I would be like livid. If my parents named me something like that, I would immediately pay for it. I'll ask for a loan if I don't have money just to get a name change, because seriously, I will not be able to live my entire life named as American Dream, and even worse, Squirtle. So parents, if in the future you get to watch this or listen to this, please be mindful of your decisions, especially in naming a child. Please be responsible at the very beginning. Okay? Yeah, like everyone's like not the asshole, because I mean, I would be surprised if somebody says that it's actually fine to name somebody American Dream. Thank goodness I still have hope for humanity. Because most of us still think that American Dream is not the right name for a child and it's for a horse in the Kentucky Derby. I really like that comment. Please give this podcast a like and subscribe to my channel. Also hit that notification bell so that you will be updated on my next upload, which I'm hoping to do very regularly. Also, I do have other channels. If you like gaming stuff, there is the Zipporra Studios, the game room, and for more creative content, you can also head on to my main channel, the Zipporra Studios. This podcast will also be available in Spotify, Amazon Music, and hopefully in Apple as well.